The Royal BC Museum is often associated with its exciting and educational exhibits at its home here in Victoria, but the museum also works hard to make their collections accessible to the whole province. They do this by creating unique traveling exhibits, but during the pandemic, the staff responsible for crafting these mobile masterpieces have been more focused on making the museum safe. But a new traveling exhibit has the team back, flexing their creative muscles. It's dedicated to the latest craze of identifying edible mushrooms in the wilds of BC, and it requires all their attention to the detail.
I'm Cindy Van Volsem. I'm one of a few exhibit fabricators at the Royal BC Museum. Our permanent exhibits everyone knows about and loves. But we also have a traveling program that goes across British Columbia and beyond, and we decided that we would put a traveling exhibition together on mushrooms called BC's Marvelous Mushrooms, and we've all gotten into it to such an incredible level. This is a 3D printed. Our newest arrival is a 3D modeler. He wasn't happy with the level that he could do by hand, the finished level, so he took to modeling his mushroom on the computer and put it to print. It's just exquisite, absolutely exquisite models. Earlier this year, the Royal BC Museum published a new field guide called Mushrooms of British Columbia. The authors, Andy and Cam, both came in and looked at our mushrooms. It was a little bit like being in grade school with your art project and having the teacher come around and critique your work. But it was absolutely essential that we get it right. It is the difference between life and death. Devin, one of our fabricators, was doing the pine mushroom, and when Andy came in, he said, "Oh, don't make the ring any more fluffy, because that then becomes a poisonous mushroom." I've been having so much fun. There's an element in the morning when I'm walking into work that I think, I'm carving mushrooms today as part of my job. I think part of it was that it was incredibly collaborative. And you see a lot of neck craning, oh, what'd you do today? And checking in with each other, what's working for you? Very gratifying. And we hope that people enjoy it. I think they will. I think they'll be really into looking at the details. I hope they will.
This Week in History, brought to you by the Royal BC Museum, bringing British Columbia's stories together.